Chat, the Tennessee Valley's premier show focusing on lifestyle and entertainment with Jess Raby and Chip Chapman, bringing you smart shopping tips, community events, and the newest trends. Now, let's chat.
Glad to have you here with us as we continue. Middle part of the week. It is Wednesday, the 10th day of April, and the big question is the college cheating scandal.
Yes.
Are some people going from the full house to the big house?
This hurts my heart. I loved Lori Loughlin. So actress Lori Loughlin and her fashion designer husband were among 16 parents involved in the college admissions cheating scam who were indicted by a federal grand jury, which added a money laundering charge to their legal woes as well. Federal authorities announced this yesterday.
Plus, that could also mean increased jail time if it comes down to that. Both Lori Loughlin and her husband, who's the fashion designer, whose name I cannot pronounce.
Nope, I can't either.
Were charged in a Boston courtroom. Second count indictment, conspiracy to commit fraud and money laundering. This, of course, in connection with a scheme to use bribery to cheat on college entrance exams and to facilitate their kids' admission to certain select universities.
So they're looking at a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison with some, as you can imagine, very large fines as well.
Prosecutors did say they were going to recommend the lower end of the sentencing spectrum in these cases, but still, when you get into the money laundering and the intent to defraud, you're getting into federal charges there, and that by its very nature is going to rack up possible additional jail time for all parties involved.
I mean, this is crazy. I mean, one of my favorite shows on television, it's on cable on Hallmark, is When Calls the Heart. Lori Loughlin was one of the stars of this program. The program has completely came off the air since these charges came out, with no resolution as to if the program is going to continue. I mean, they're trying to get it to continue without Lori Loughlin in there, but she is such an integral character. That's a major rewrite that I don't know if it's going to happen. Fuller House on Netflix. There was a new season that's in the taping process, I believe. Of course, I'm sure that's drawn to a halt as Lori, I mean, she wasn't a main character on the Fuller House part of it, but she still made appearances.
But still, you got to think how, despite that negative publicity, that could help their ratings. It could boost it up.
I don't know. Hallmark's Hallmark's brand
very conservative.
Is not going to touch this with a 10-foot pole.
Very
conservative. It's going to ruin our Christmas movies, guys. What about our Hallmark Christmas movies?
All right, moving ahead.
Thanks, Lori.
What is the word? Grease is the word.
Grease is the
word. You can
one
use
of
that
my
in your dance routines.
all-time favorite movies.
Yeah, great
I can
movie.
sing every song. I can quote every line. I love this movie.
I think that was from the summer of 1977, I think
78.
78?
Maybe.
All right, I'll take
I wasn't around then, so I don't know.
If you haven't heard, Paramount Pictures is now redoing Grease, and this is going to be a prequel to the 1978 movie, which, of course, focused on high school in the 50s, the love story of John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John, their characters' name, Danny and Sandy. And they've already tapped a pretty big screenwriter by the name of John August to write the prequel script. And this has been confirmed to USA Today and a number of other outlets, so that'd be interesting.
Yeah, it's going to kind of play off the whole summer nights scene, if you remember from the movie. And it's going to pick us up there in that summer, maybe where they met on the beach, or take us through that summer of love.
This scene you're seeing here now made every guy in America want to be John Travolta, and every woman wanted to be Olivia Newton-John.
Oh, the stock price in leather pants increased that day, and it's still through the roof. Like it's.
I remember seeing that movie a couple of times, and it's like, wow. That is a great movie.
Oh, I still watch it. I love it.
I guess the 40th anniversary of Grease, last year? And, wow, they were going crazy. They were going crazy over that. So, anyway, we'll see how that pans out.
Okay, so we have a
little bit of housekeeping news.
So the longtime co-host and creator of kind of our inspiration for our show in
Right.
some ways. The Talk, it airs later on today on CBS. Sarah Gilbert has decided to leave the program.
Now, you remember, of course, she was in Roseanne. She was in the reboot of Roseanne called The Conners. She said her life has been a little bit out of balance between the responsibilities of work and raising a family with her wife. So she's going to step out of The Talk. And I didn't know this until a little while back, but she actually is the one who created and is the executive producer of The Talk.
I knew she had a key role in creating the program. Now, she's not the first co-host to
Nope.
have stepped away. I mean, of course, The Talk is known to cover some controversial and political topics that maybe, you know, these co-hosts didn't really sign up for.
Just a few months ago, Julie Chen stepped down, and I know you remember all about that. But the good news is Sharon Osbourne, Cheryl Underwood, and the lady from Dancing with the Stars,
Carrie and Abba.
Carrie and Abba, that's right. They will all remain in their chairs on The Talk. So there you have it.
Still a good
All right,
program.